Hello, astrologer Bryan Colter here for your horoscope report for the upcoming Virgo full moon that happens on March 9th at 10:47 AM Pacific time. And my spin on astrology is a little different than you'll find out there typically. I practice what's called Evolutionary Astrology, which is much more focused on the psycho-spiritual dimensions of life and trying to put our personal growth and evolution into hyperdrive so that we can work with the astrological energies for our own betterment and evolution. And if you want a more detailed description on what evolutionary astrology is, I did a very detailed, thorough video a few months back that you can check out by clicking the link above here. Now, this is a beautiful full moon. It's actually known as a supermoon, where it's a little bit closer and bigger in the sky than it typically is in its orbit. And the moon is fullness. It's culmination. It's also linked to our emotional world. The moon represents archetypally our heart, our soul, our subjective reality. So during full moons, people's emotions are heightened. You'll hear that from police officers all over the planet, that the crime goes up during full moons. Teachers will say that kids are more rambunctious during full moon times. So emotions are heightened. Now, this full moon being in Virgo, we want to look at the emotional spectrum connected to Virgo. And at least on the negative side of the spectrum, you have worry. You have concern. So worry and concern, people, generally speaking, and of course generalizing is always a dangerous thing. It really depends on where this full moon is landing in your own personal birth chart. But people being more susceptible to worry and concern. And of course, to be fair, there's a lot to be worried and concerned about today on planet Earth, the school of hard knocks. Namely, we have this coronavirus spreading around the planet. Now, too much worry leads to anxiety. And that's what we want to try to avoid here, because anxiety stems from fear. Fear is a lower consciousness emotion. And it just causes stress in our body, and it actually affects our health negatively. But another key word with Virgo is caution. Less about worry, more about caution. Be aware of your environment. Be aware of your own health. That's a Virgo concept. Keep things clean and wash your hands and just avoid getting sick, and that's a good, healthy way of working with this Virgo energy now, instead of just becoming overly worried and concerned and just doing, conscious action to help, keep it from spreading and keep yourself from getting sick. Now, of these 10 planets that we're working with in astrology, the 10-planet system, 7 of them are in Earth signs. You have Mars and Jupiter and Saturn and Pluto all in Capricorn. You have the moon itself in Virgo. You have Venus and Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So earthy energy is about practicality. It's about groundedness, doing things that are reasonable. Okay. Now, during this time, just going on this same vein here, doing a practical action to keep yourself safe is like, having the contingency plan of, stocking up some water and food in the house just in case things get worse. That's a very earthy and practical thing to do. But moving beyond, the coronavirus, obviously, we want to get into the core meaning of Virgo, its interactions with the 4 planets in Capricorn that I just mentioned, because the moon in Virgo is forming this beautiful trine to those 4 planets in Capricorn. And then one more big piece of the puzzle is Mercury. Mercury's playing a big role as well. And when doing one of these horoscopes, new moon or full moon horoscopes, I want to pay close attention to the planet that rules the full moon sign. So in this case, Virgo. And the ruler of Virgo is Mercury. So even if Mercury was kind of hiding off in some obscure corner of the sky, minding its own business, we'd have to pay close attention to it. But it's not minding its own business. As most of you know, Mercury's been retrograde the last few weeks, but now it's about to go direct. And before a planet is about to go direct from retrograde, or vice versa, it stations. And when a planet is stationed, it appears as though it stands still in the sky from our perspective. So Mercury, the ruler of Virgo, is currently stationed during this maximum energy full moon, and that's very unique. So a supercharged Mercury stationed and ruling the full moon. And Mercury is in a sign it likes to be in, the ingenious Aquarius. And Aquarius is an air sign. It's on the mental plane. And Mercury itself kind of has a mental feeling to it. That's what it represents. It's the planet of communication, the planet of thoughts, the planet of perception, the fast-thinking mind. Mercury whips around the sun pretty quickly, about once every 88 days. So it represents fast cognitive reflexes. So mental energy is on high right now. It's maximized. Now we can use this to our benefit because it's a great time for ideas. Inventive, ingenious Aquarian ideas. Revolutionary ideas even. And I forgot to mention, you have Neptune in Pisces conjunct the sun during this full moon. Neptune is about higher dimensions of reality, so there's a strong potential for light bulb moments and divine inspiration. So taking advantage of that is really key here. So write down your ideas, because they're likely to be flowing here, especially if you're closely attuned to the energies of these signs and planets right now. With Neptune in the mix, it's a great time for dream journaling. Dreams are enhanced now, so gaining any insight from the symbolism of those dreams is really key. Having a dream journal by your side, but also just journaling in general. It's about learning, it's about writing, it's about teaching, it's about communication, because the mind is moving so quickly. The synapses are firing rapidly, which can be a great thing if we leverage that. Okay, but it can also get us into trouble. It can lead to neurosis. And we want to help to avoid the more shadow side of Virgo energy in terms of thinking, and that's worry, concern, the worried mind. Okay, so that's what we want to avoid. We can ask ourselves the key question: why? Why is Virgo susceptible to worry and concern? Well, that lies in the archetypal foundation of the sign itself. One of the archetypes for Virgo is the Virgin. So the imagery of the Virgin represents an exalted state of purity. This is what is, but this is what should be. So Virgo, the sign of the perfectionist. And as we can see in our external environment right now, especially now, things feel less than perfect, which can lead to the worry and concern. But this is what is, this is what should be, that basic structure of Virgo, as it pervades really any planet in astrology, but here it's pervading the moon. So moon, again, our heart and our inner world. And here's the translation. Here is what I am, but here is what I should be. So too much self-questioning, self-doubt on an inward level in our own personal journey can hang us up now too. And we can see the trouble we can get into, when we couple that with an overactive mind, being too hard on ourselves, beating ourselves up. Or beating other people up too, if we're projecting that energy outwardly. This is where you'll hear sometimes, in mainstream astrology where, Virgo is the nitpicker, always in other people's business, very judgmental. And this only arises, this is shadow side Virgo, only arises when we treat other people that way, which of course that's a projection, and that stems from treating ourselves that way. This is what I am. This is what I should be. Now, on the positive side of the spectrum, that's highly motivational, Virgo, in a nutshell, and the high-end Virgo, is evolutionary rocket fuel. It's like, whatever I am, I'm not quite there. I'm not perfect yet, Of course, that needs to be coupled with some Piscean compassion. Pisces is the opposite side of Virgo, so you can find a balance between these two opposite signs. Realize that we all fall short of perfection, but that's not always easy to do. So Virgo high end can evolve rapidly. There's no sign so hungry to do that as Virgo. But the shadow side is, self-doubt, too much self-criticism, beating yourself up, which leads to that worry, concern, neurosis, and in extreme cases, guilt and shame. Now, the wonderful opportunity, as I was saying here, during this full moon, interacting with the stationing Mercury in Aquarius, is light bulb moments, that inventiveness. Okay, great time for communication, for learning, data in, data out, absorbing information like a sponge and getting those ingenious ideas. Okay, great time for writing too. Write those ideas down. However, if we fall into Shadowland of Virgo, we'll have missed an opportunity here. And again, if we are overcome by worry and concern, either about ourselves and our own life or about what's going on in our external environment, that's an emotional stress-based response, and it will distract us from retrieving those light bulb moments. So basically, we want to calm down the monkey mind, or as I lovingly and jokingly refer to as K-fuck radio, just keeps going, blah, 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 blah. It's exhausting, and it's probably exhausting now at this maximum mercurial pulse. So we want to calm the monkey mind down, okay? Turn down the volume on the radio. If we could see our daily thoughts kind of projected out onto a screen or something, we'd probably think we're crazy if we could actually observe the thoughts we have day in and day out. A lot of them repeat, because they're hardwired in our subconscious. But if we could see that, we'd go, oh my God, have I lost my marbles? Because the mind likes to run rampant, no more so than now. It's like I get this image of an antenna, with maximum power, just pushing information out, getting information in. But it needs to be deeply into the ground. It needs grounding. And this is a beautiful segue to talk about how this Virgo moon, I did say there's 7 planets in earth signs, but how this Virgo moon is forming this beautiful 120-degree angle, this trine to that Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, all in Capricorn, saying you need groundedness to get those ideas. I mentioned writing. So when you write, it's like, don't do it on your computer. That's not very grounded. It's like get out real paper, tangible things, a wood pencil, and then put it to the paper and allow the information to flow through onto the paper, writing in a more natural way. Do things earthy, do things grounded, do exercise. I love the idea of barefoot running or something, really connecting to, the negative ions of the earth. So we're receiving this mercurial pulse of Aquarian inventiveness, and all we need to tap into that jet stream of insight is to quiet our minds, to quell the riot inside, and sink our awareness deep into the earth, deep earth energy. And as I said before, Neptune and Pisces involved. It's a planet focused on meditation. And towards the end, after the reading part of this, I will do a guided meditation that's all about grounding. So you can supply that grounding rod in your energy body. So grounding works now, and it works powerfully. But it's also important to contemplate Virgo a little bit more and understand, yes, okay, Virgo the Virgin, Virgo the Perfectionist, understanding that. But also the flip side of Virgo, the other main archetype, is that of the servant. Yeah. It's a sign linked to conscience, to doing the right thing, to giving. So we can apply this somewhat neurotic energy, this hyperactivity, these ideas, and turn it into something earthy, something tangible. It's a sign of learning too. So what we learn, putting it into some skill that we're good at, that we have a passion for, that we want to become perfect, that we want to put in that 10,000 hours to mastery so that we can provide it to other people. Virgo is a very helpful energy. So it's about growing through the Virgin archetype, but it's also about giving through the servant archetype. And I mentioned writing. So there's some writing exercises, or at least questions you can ask yourself in this evolutionary astrology questions for this full moon. They are, in what way am I being too hard on myself? In what way am I being too hard on other people? Where in my life can I grow more? And where in my life can I give more? And kind of the living mantra embodiment of Virgo is I grow to give. I grow more to give more. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's the evolutionary intention, with the goal always being to expand our consciousness. That was the analysis portion of this video. Now we're going to transition into the guided meditation that's all about grounding, so we can take advantage of these insights floating around us. Begin by sitting comfortably with a straight spine. Start inhaling into your belly. Nice slow inhale. Slow exhale. Feel your heartbeat and match the rhythm of your heart with your breathing. 4 beats of the heart per inhale. 4 beats of the heart per exhale. In, out. Nice and slow into your belly. Feel your belly expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. Now bring your awareness down to your feet. Feel them touching the floor. Feel the grounded feeling of being connected to the ground below you. And start to visualize the nice and earthy color of yellow entering your left foot as a golden yellow ball in your left foot. Feel its warmth radiating in your foot. As you inhale, see the yellow golden light raise into your left calf muscle and ankle. Now raise into your knee, warming your knee. Now into your left thigh. Feel all the tissues of your left leg relax. Left hip. And feel it move across the pelvic floor into your right hip, glowing brightly, relaxing every cell it touches. Now feel it lower into your right thigh. With each inhale, it grows brighter and brighter. Now down into the right knee. Right calf. Right ankle. Feel your right ankle relax into the warmth. Feel the golden yellow light flood into the right foot now, relaxing the foot. Now the light raises through the right leg into the lower belly area. You see the golden yellow light grow brighter with each inhale, and feel the warmth in your belly. Now it moves up into the chest area, flooding in and around your entire chest cavity with that yellow light, softening. Now into the right shoulder. Right upper arm. Elbow. Right forearm. Wrist and hand. Now the golden light leaves your right hand and crosses your body into your left hand. Feel the warmth in your left hand. Now in your left wrist and into your forearm. Feel the warmth in your elbow now. Left bicep area. Left shoulder. Nice slow breathing. Feel the golden ball raise up into your neck. Feel all the neck muscles relax into the warmth. And now you feel the golden light in and around your head. Growing brighter with each inhale as it relaxes your mind. Now you see the golden light lower through your chest and back into your belly. And now rests on your pelvic floor and root chakra area. Now see your root chakra infused with a bright light. It starts to open like a flower. Now see this bright light begin to shine downwards toward the ground. And imagine your energy going through the ground into the earth, rooting you deeply. Imagine your energy rooting deeply into the earth. And now traveling faster towards the center of the earth. You're starting to feel how beautiful Earth's energy is. Wise, ancient Mother Earth. Now travel to the center of the earth and see a massive diamond at the center of the earth, and wrap your energy around it. Connect with it. Feel it. Feel its strength and wisdom. Now extend your energy throughout the entire planet, energetically connecting with all the various mineral, plant, animal, and human realms. Everything that this powerful light touches immediately is illuminated, energized, and healed. Wherever this powerful radiant white light shines, it suddenly creates pulsating energetic vibrations. And you're going to start to bring this energy up. And as you inhale, absorb all the terrestrial energy existing within the planet back into the center of your stomach. And see the energy change into a sky blue nebula in the center of your belly. So each time you inhale, feel the energy of the soil, wind, water, the various mineral, plant, animal, and human realms immediately rush inside your belly as that sky blue light. And each time you exhale, feel the energy in your stomach growing and increasing in its radiant sky blue light, strengthening its pulsating spiritual power and vibration. Inhale the energy into the stomach. Exhale and strengthen the pulse. The energy comes in through the root chakra and enters the stomach. You're connecting deeply to earth energy. There's a grounded feeling in this. There's a wisdom in this. There's a serenity. Now keep your energy on your belly. See the blue color grow brighter. If your concentration is strong enough, you should be able to feel it in your stomach as a big energy ball. Now shift your awareness to your entire body and feel your entire body. Feel all the cells in your entire body. Now shift your awareness to your hands and your feet and begin to wiggle your toes and fingers and bring your awareness back into the room. I love this meditation for what we're collectively experiencing now.
the heightened abilities on the mental plane, finding grounding, so that we may translate the thoughts coming through our perception more clearly with this grounded wisdom, and help to feel serene in an otherwise chaotic world. I hope you enjoyed this meditation, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.